what's up guys, Evo94 with another action figure review, and this time we're going to take a look at the SH Figuarts Batman action figure from the Dark Knight. This is Bandai Tamashii Nations, and they're finally making a Christian Bale Batman, a movie that came out in 2008 I believe, and we're just getting a Figuarts figure of him. But nonetheless, it does look very nice. It did catch my attention enough to pre-order him and have him shipped to me all the way from Japan, so here it is. I'm going to review it for you guys and let you guys know if it's worth it or not. Here's the front of the package. We do have a window packaging displaying the figure and all its accessories, along with the picture of the figure right there. The side of the box shows another picture of Batman there. The back, more pictures. We do have an alternate face, it seems like. And we actually have a cloth cape, or it says material there, but it's actually a cloth cape, and this is the first time we're seeing this in Figuarts, I believe. I don't think they've used cloth capes at all in Figuarts. They've never used it for Thor or any of the Star Wars, like Kylo Ren, like the robes and Darth Vader and all that. The previous ones, they are releasing a new Darth Vader that's going to have a cloth cape, so I think that might be something new they're implementing in their figures. And let's see how it works out, because it looks really, really good. Do the promo pics for this Batman, so can't wait to open them up and see it in hand, which we'll do that right now. Alright, so if Bandai had decided to give him a plastic cape, not a cloth cape, I think it would have actually made the figure less appealing. It would have actually made it worse. And I'm glad they didn't have a plastic cape, because we've seen some of their plastic capes and it's just weird. They have to put cuts and random, like, it just doesn't look good. So what I'm trying to say is, I'm really happy that it's a cloth cape. Really, really am. They did a really good job with it. It's one of the main attractions of the figure, because we haven't seen this in, SH Figuarts. So I think they pulled it off pretty nicely. It looks awesome. And, of course, it does have bendy wires. Actually, it does have 4 bendy wires in there. So you can pose the cape as you wish, and it shouldn't get in the way of any other posing. I'm really happy that it is a material cloth. The fact that they're putting it into their new Darth Vader figure also makes me happy, so we should be safe to say that this is what they're going to be doing in the future. So pretty good in my opinion. This figure is chock full of accessories. That's one of the biggest things I've noticed taking him out of the package, is the amount of accessories he comes with, and it's a pretty good amount too. We do have an alternate head. Very subtle difference, as always with Bandai. They always have very small differences in their heads. But the first one's just a serious normal face, and then the other one just has like a little bit of a slightly open mouth. You can see his teeth, and he kind of is looking up to the side there. So there's that. Comes with a grappling gun right here, it seems, and it is nicely sculpted. You can take a look at that. The paint there is nicely detailed as well. That's one thing that they don't fail on. And then we do have this weapon right here. I don't recall the name of it. I do remember seeing it though. I believe he shoots like a tracker or something. I don't know, I could be mistaken. But there's that. You can see all the details there on the little, rivets and bolts and whatever. So it does look good. They painted it nicely, as expected. Who's Batman without any batarangs? We have 2 batarangs right here, so he can hold these in his hand, throw them, whatever you want to do with them. And then the rest are hands. So we do have trigger finger hands for its grappling gun and the other gun. We have open hands right here. I guess you can put it under the barrel. He can, use this to grab somebody, grab a ledge or something. We have regular grabbing hands right here. And these might be to hold the batarangs. They do have like an indentation inside the hand to hold something. Or it could be for the weapon. And then these also look like there are for the batarangs. You can see his finger. Everything, all the fingers are closed, molded together, except for the index finger and the thumb. So that is what it's for. The hands with the indentations inside is perfectly fits the longer weapon in its hand. So that is what it's for. So these hands are specifically made for the gun right here. Taking a closer look at Batman, we can see his outfit here. This Batman is my favorite interpretation of Batman in the movies. It has to be the Christian Bale Batman, in my opinion. So Bandai did a good job with the sculpt and the paint and everything. Not much they could do with paint because it's black and gray, and they did a good job. So everything's painted nicely. You can see the difference in black on his armored outfit there, his utility belt, as well as the legs there. I think they did a good job on everything. especially the head. The ears are sculpted nicely. There's the back. And although you obviously cannot see his face, I think it does capture the look of Christian Bale, if that makes sense, because it does look like Christian Bale inside the mask. I don't know if that makes sense or not, but you can kind of tell, you know, if you put another person under that mask, it's not Christian Bale. So I guess his jaw looks like Christian Bale. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is that, yes, that looks like it's Christian Bale underneath this suit, and that is awesome. So I think they captured the look perfectly, and I'm really satisfied with this figure. This was one of those figures that I pre-ordered just to see how it was, to review it and see how it was. I wasn't really stoked about it because the promo pics didn't look so good, and the Joker promo pics don't look that good either. But that goes to show that don't go off the promo pics. Honestly, just at least go off of reviews. You know, I hope this review is going to help you guys decide whether or not you want this figure or not. So you can actually see the figure in my hand instead of seeing promo pics that aren't always accurate. So anyways, let's take a look at the articulation. We do have the head that swivels left and right. Swivels a lot. You can move that head a lot. Up, down. We do have that neck articulation as well. The shoulders or arms go forward and back, in and out. The shoulder guard does move. It's on a hinge. There's a bicep swivel. There is double jointed elbows right there. Swivel at the wrist with a hinge, the ball jointed hinge. A great sculpt on the forearm right there. Look at that. That looks nice. We all know Joker took a hit from one of those in the movie. Then we do have a diaphragm joint at the torso that swivels. It goes forward and back. And we do have a waist swivel as well. Goes forward and back, crunches a little bit. So we do have good movement at the upper torso of the figure. Forward and back, in and out. It seems like we do have a drop down mechanism in this one. It's not super heavy, but I think it's there. You know, it's kind of moving. You guys see that? I hope I'm not breaking it, but that does move. We do have this holster for the weapon here that does move to the side, so you can allow more movement of the leg. And you can see the joints there. There is a thigh swivel on the leg. Double jointed knees. The ankles go forward and back. Ankle pivot, ankle swivel, and toe articulation as well. And of course we do have, I guess, articulation in the cape because there are bendy wires in the cape, so you can pose it up the way you want. So we have one on each edge right here, and then we have two in the middle. So one over here and one right here. So these do bend. You see there. So they do bend whichever way you want them to bend. So that's a good addition to the cape. Always awesome to have that. Alright, so we all know NECA is a little bit bigger scale than regular figures out there. They make like 8-inch, 7-inch figures. So this is the NECA Joker, Dark Knight Joker, towering over the Figuarts Batman. I didn't expect them to be in scale at all, but this is the only comparison I can really do that is within the same universe, is these two movie figures. So I do have the NECA Joker. For those of you that were like on the fence about this figure, I'd say go ahead and pull the trigger and get the figure, because I think you're going to be really satisfied with it. I am, and I think they did a really good job pulling off the look and giving him a decent amount of articulation. Also giving him the cloth cape was an A+ for me. I think that just made the figure that much better. I preferred this over a plastic cape on him, and the likeness is there. It really is there. It sounds silly, but I can see Christian Bale underneath the mask. So I've said that already, and I believe it, and it looks good. I think it looks good. This is the alternate head. Now I lean more towards the other head that came already in the package, which is this one. This one is the alternate head that has the mouth opened a little bit and his eyes kind of looking to the side, and it's not that bad. But the neutral face does look, I think, a little bit better. But you do have this option though. It's not that bad either. It really does look good. So I think they did everything as good as they could have. This figure actually surprised me, and I do recommend it. It's a really great looking Batman figure. So with that said, that pretty much concludes the review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you guys would like. And don't forget to have a great day. Bye.